Before we jump into today's episode, Bill and I seriously want to thank you for listening. This is episode 50, and that's a big deal for us. Whether you've been here since episode 1 or you just found the show, we appreciate you more than you'll ever know. Today, we've got Gerardo Delgado from La Carreta on with us, and this one matters. I've never actually met Gerardo before this conversation. I've known the restaurant, I've known the name, but not him. And once you hear his story, you'll feel what we felt. This isn't about food. It's about family, culture, and what community actually means. And here's my bigger point. We're not sitting around looking for good people to admire. We're putting the responsibility on ourselves to do good on purpose. Gerardo's story is a reminder of what that looks like in real life. Showing up, treating people like family, and building something that brings people together. So thank you for episode 50. And as always, if you want to help us out, you can follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. It sincerely helps us grow, so we hope you take the time to do so. Hola, bienvenidos al podcast Two Dads, episodio 50. To my left, Gerardo Delgado. To my other left, Slick Willie.
Hey, how are you, everybody? I'm going to get straight to it. Our friend here was kind enough to bring us some very delicious tequila, and we made some mixed drinks and paired it with a nice squirt, and it is fantastic. So if any of us feel a little rough tomorrow at work, I'm going to blame Mitch.
This podcast is going to go wide open today, buddy. When's the last time you had tequila?
I've had it probably a few times intermittently. Haley is 31 now, so for her 30th birthday, about a year ago, we went to Cancun.
Yeah.
And everybody was in the pool. We were playing volleyball. We were having a good time. And they have these like blue mats that you just kind of can, float on, and everybody puts their drinks on. It was actually Haley's birthday that day. We were there for like 5 days.
Oh my gosh, you picked like a double whammy. You're going to drink even more than just like on vacation.
Exactly.
Okay.
I've been out in the sun, obviously didn't hydrate well, and just kept chugging those margaritas, right? And then I remember being in the pool at one point, falling off the stool, like in the water, like at the swim up bar. Then I remember waking up, Haley kind of smacking me on the arm saying, "We have dinner in an hour. You better get your crap together." So I go in the shower, head starts spinning, and then I just...
Puked in the shower?
I puked in the shower. I cleaned it up. I did clean it up afterwards. I didn't leave that for anybody.
Tequila does that to you. Last time I had tequila, brother, I still remember it vividly. We were at a arcade bar, by the way. Gerardo, thank you for coming here and letting us just tell us how much.
16-bit?
Nah, go ahead.
I had, this one was level 1. Great guess.
Yep, level 1. Good. Yep.
Yeah, it's even better because it's low key, and I like to play some games.
Yep.
But anyway, that's some lore, buddy. Thank you. There's a fun fact. If you're in Columbus, go to level 1. Don't go to 16-bit. One's more touristy.
Part about 16-bit, you got Dirty Frank's right next door.
True, you can smash some hot dogs, and I love wieners because that's two dads, and we're like that. But the real thing was...
I don't know whether daddy's like that with.
Yeah, I don't know, right?
To be determined.
Cheers, boys. Yeah. So I'll tell this story real quick while we have Gerardo brought us some lovely tequila. So who knows where this episode goes. So we hope you enjoy the run with us. But that's what tequila does. I remember last time I had tequila, though. I came home from level 1. I was in a car in an Uber, and I was going to puke. I was like, oh no, like we're going to puke. This is going to be bad. My head's spinning. Same thing you went through in the shower. And then all of a sudden the car stops. And I was like, what's happening? Like I just was kind of coming through it. We hit a pair of pants on the freeway. Pair of pants wrapped in the tire, bro. Wrapped in the tire, and the guy had to pull over. So my buddy who's drunk as shit, my buddy Nick, and the Uber driver are yanking on a pair of pants. And I'm like, I'm going to puke. Like, I don't want to puke. I'm like, well, I guess this is good because then I can puke. A cop pulls up.
Oh, God.
So now I can't go out and puke and be like drunk in public if they're wanting to be really crappy about it. Like I did the right thing, but if I'm in public, I'm kind of fair game. I don't know how I handled it. Okay, I don't know how I handled it and kept it down. The pants come out. We drive home. I go to the front yard. I blast the front yard. And my ex-wife, maybe ex-wife for a reason, was pissed. She could see me through the window just puking and thing. And I don't know what came over me. I was blackout drunk.
It was COVID. You had COVID.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's pre-COVID. I couldn't even blame it. I brought the pandemic with my puke. Anyway, I go inside, and I just remember spitting. Like, I'm just spitting on the floor and just a reckless drunk. It was terrible. You got any good tequila stories? When's the last time you had tequila? Do you have tequila all the time or no?
Saturday.
Okay.
Well, it's been a few days then.
It's been a few days. It was after that
craft beer and wine festival?
Craft beer and wine festival.
You drank tequila after a craft beer and wine festiel?
Yeah.
What'd you think about?
What's your problem?
Do you like? Did you try craft beer? Do you enjoy craft beer? I think it's just a mixed bag.
I've had a couple different ones. I actually had one at a wedding in Columbus. My friend Jenna, and they had I think it was called Little Vita. It's from one of the local breweries, and that one was really good. But some of the stronger ones, I kind of stay away from.
Yeah,
I've had a Christmas one time, and it made me black out. So
It was good.
It was good, yeah. But maybe I wouldn't have liked to black out, but
Yeah.
especially that night. But
I saw you at the Moose Raffle, though. We met actually at the Moose Raffle. That was pretty cool. We had talked. I got your number from your brother because I asked if what's your older brother's name? Not Sam.
Raphael.
I asked Raphael to come on the pod because I've seen him. You know what I mean? He's sort of like, is he running the La Carreta?
He runs the one on Market Street. He's like,
That's the one that was the old Empire Steakhouse?
I guess the old Empire Steakhouse.
That's crazy. That's a crazy reference. For those in Salina that remember that, the old Empire Steak, that's crazy. The green sign, that's all I don't remember a ton.
And it had that bar.
I didn't go in. I kind of remember it, but I don't remember it well.
Well, if you walk into La Carreta now there, and right next to the cash register, there's like a wall.
Yeah.
And kind of splits the...
Yeah, that was a bar.
The food, where the food comes out, and then the booths. It was a bar, so you could it was wide open.
I had no idea. I don't think I ever went. My mom was not, like, we just talked about how frugal she was. We were not going out and getting steaks. We were eating
always been
milk
La Carreta
steaks,
to me.
water steaks. What do they call that? We pour water on them to make them taste good. No, I can't remember where I was going with that, though. What were we talking about?
I met you at the Moose.
Oh, yeah, we met
event.
at the Moose. Yeah, and that was cool. I can't believe you drank tequila after that. I got a funny story about that before I get to that. Did you have a good time out there at the raffle? We went to the Moose Raffle. I didn't know him, and then I was like, wow, wait, I know you.
And I was like, I kind of know you. So then
We had that like weird, like I've seen you on Facebook look about each other. Like, hey.
You want a beer?
Yeah, exactly. It was a good time. Did you win any guns or anything?
No, I didn't. I was gonna bid, but then I was like, no, I'm not really too sure. I don't know anything about guns really. So I didn't really want to just get into that without knowing any information on what this gun does, how this one.
You might have picked the wrong one.
Yeah, you might have picked the wrong one, but overall it was a good time. I enjoyed the bingo. The bingo was really fun.
It was fun. Berkey was one number away from winning it, and he wanted it so bad. I'll tell you one funny story.
I can picture Berkey walking around the Moose after
He would be
winning
like
a gun.
concealed carry.
He'd be like,
Yes.
I won this.
Yes.
I won this. It's
Yes.
like, hey, that's a
We
gun.
got
Let's
text.
put that down.
We got
Good way to lose your gun real quick.
Yeah, exactly.
We got like 2 texts beforehand. I think it was I don't know if it was our buddy Tyler, but he was like, hey, you need to watch out for Berkey if he wins a gun because he's going to get liquored up and he's going to start flinging the gun and pointing it at people and stuff. Like, not like with bad intentions, just something stupid.
Horsing around.
Well, speaking of horsing around, okay, so we were at I didn't have tequila after the event, but I did go to Robert's, one of the most finest establishments. Sorry, sidetrack.
No, Roberts.
Yeah, I know.
Gun and Knife Club.
Gun and Knife Club. I was so...
Exclusive rights.
Yeah. You got to have a nice membership to get in there.
Knife Club. We love that. Let's give him a little... There you go. That's a good reference.
You got to get there early now since the sun sets at 6. You got to get there before the sun's down.
Yeah, the bikers just show up.
Summertime, it gets till 9. You can stay there a little later.
So anyway, Berkey gets... he didn't have tequila, but he got drunk on wine. So he had a bunch of... He likes Big Red and vodka.
One of my friends likes Big Red and Vanilla Crown.
You guys are... That's a... Why?
Shout out to Drake.
Shout out. No free brand deals.
But vanilla, I think, would add a little twist
Big
to
Red
it.
is just like... I'm just like, so much sugar, dude. It's so much sugar. Anyway, he gets plastered. We go drink at 1, starting the Moose Raffle. Then we go out to the Craft Beer and Wine Festival. A lot of fun, right? Then we come back and we go to Robert's. All right, Berkey tries to give an Irish goodbye. He claims that he didn't see anybody he knew, like we had left him. We were at the end of the bar. Like, we're there. It's just like 2 steps to the right. There we are, but we kind of drifted to have some conversations. He goes outside and he slips, and he busts his chin open.
Ooh. Damn.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Like, it could have been way worse, right? Like, it could have been way, way worse. So I go outside looking for him. I'm like, Berkey, where are you at? And I see him down the street, and he's just got this hunch. If you're watching on YouTube, he's just leaning. You know what I mean? You know those guys that are just like surfing? You're just like, oh my God, he's going to topple again at any time. I go see him. Okay, this is probably midnight. You know, we're still going to hit the bar for a little bit. I go find him. He looks at me and goes, is it bad?
It ain't good.
It ain't good. But I go,
Could be worse. It could
Yeah,
be worse.
we'll clean you up. I cleaned him up and stuff, but he's still bleeding. I mean, it's like a facial laceration. They kind of bleed a little bit worse. Anyway, he's got it in his hair. I clean him up a little bit, and he looks at me. Long pause. I'm like, what are you thinking right now? You want to go? We can get you home. He goes, no. And then he looks at me again. He goes, you're a good friend. I don't know how many hugs I've had from Berkey in my entire life, but I could put it up probably on one hand. He looks at me and goes, you're a good friend, and just hugs me. I've never had a hug. I can't remember the last time. I can remember tequila the last time. Last time Berkey hugged me, I have no idea. Blood all over my chest, dude. Oh. All my nice like shirt that I wore that just covered in blood. So then anyway, I'm like, all right, let's get you home. He's like, no. Storms back in the bar, sits down, has another drink, and this girl comes up to me. This is my favorite part. I can handle the blood. I'm just like, God damn, this sucks. I'm covered in blood. But I see this girl come up, and she just like tries to tickle his chin. She's like, Berkey, good to see you. And all of a sudden, her whole hand is covered in blood. And speaking of puke, I thought she turned green. All right. and literally hand covered in blood. So anyway, that's my weekend. How was your weekend, Bill Ray?
It was good this past weekend.
You weren't able to make it to the craft beer and wine. You were an influencer invited and you didn't go.
Correct. I apologize to my good friends at the shipyard. It looked like a great event. However, I tried to pry my wife out of there to go, and we did have a wedding. So I don't know if you want to call her my step cousin, Sophie Holscher. She got married over there in Salina, right by your house.
Sophie. That's good. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so she got married, and so we went there.
Claps.
So we went there. That's about all we did. Didn't do anything on Sunday. Kind of hung out. We finally got the house a little deep cleaned. I had to take this. Haley and I got in a little bit of a.
You guys fight?
I would call it, maybe a fight. It really wasn't a fight. But we have our couch. We rehomed Collie, our dog, right, due to Riker's allergies. So she's in a new home. She's doing great. They got another golden retriever. They're doing great. So we needed like deep clean the couch one time, get all the dog hair and all that stuff out there so Riker can kind of stop having his issues with his allergies. And she gives me this little frother. I don't know even what you want to call it. It's this little machine where you have like, on your shirts, you have those little like fuzzies.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And I had to defuzz the whole couch up and down and left and right. Oh, and it was, guess what? Did football start at the same time?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sure she asked me right about kickoff of football. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do that. And I kind of pouted while I was doing it. But I did it like a good husband, but I pouted a little bit. But how was your weekend? What'd you do?
Well, mostly the craft beer and wine festival, but we're getting ready for the Caddies event. We've been doing a lot of work. Shout out to Lauren and Lee Perrin. If you didn't know, we are having a battle golf charity event happening February 7th at Caddies. I encourage you guys to go. We haven't put a ton out about it. My philosophy is simply like, people don't care until you're closer to the event. Like, I can tell you about it, but really you're not going to make a decision more than 2 weeks away. But it is a charity event. Bill and I will be there doing a live podcast with the family. It's going to be a really fun time. We've got battle golf and trophies, championship custom belts and beer specials and lots of prizes. You have been super active, Bill. I have to give you like a huge credit to that. Yeah,
we're going to give everything, any proceeds go to Skylar, right? And her family. She's been going through some serious medical issues. She's less than a year old, so it's very unfortunate what she's going through. So we want to reach out and be able to do what we can do good and spotlight her and her family and be able to donate everything back to her and her family for medical expenses and things like that. So I got a pretty good network. I went around. Mitch and Lauren and Lee have been doing pretty much everything else. And I was like, what can I do? And Mitch is like, I don't know, get some door prizes or something. So
you got a lot of prizes.
I was literally driving for work. I had to go like to Toledo and back or something. So I was on the road for like 4 hours and I was just on nonstop, call. And I was like,
your tenacity with that is incredible, by the way.
Hey, the only way, it's top sales funnel, right? You want to get 10 people to say yes. You got to call 50 people. Not everybody's going to tell you yes, right? So I called probably 50, 60 people. I got about 20 yeses. So if you're out there, you want to donate anything to Skylar and them, please reach out to me or Mitch, even on socials. We've had
I'm looking right here.
I think I just landed another one.
just landed another one. Gerardo, do you want to participate?
I can hook you up hook you guys up with a couple gift cards.
Yeah, that would be great.
That would be really cool.
That's
you should
perfect.
come out too if you have time. It'll be a good event.
February 7th, you said?
Yeah, if you're around, it's right before the Super Bowl. It's
it was Sunday, right?
Yeah, Super Bowl Sunday's after that, but it'll be a good
on
time.
Saturday. So if you want to come out, come on out.
Yeah.
We'll
say what's up. Maybe
thank
have
you
some tequila.
Hey, deal. First round's on us.
We just black out and don't remember the podcast with Skylar Mullencamp's family. Like that'll be phenomenal.
You can watch it if it's gonna
That's
be
true.
there.
We can run it
back
back.
and
maybe we won't want to watch it. Like, ooh, that was a train wreck.
Have you ever had any episodes you don't want to watch back? I'm trying to think.
Actually, let me finish the fundraiser thought, and then let me get back to that because I got a good one.
It's the tequila.
But thank you for the donation. We've had multiple businesses with gift cards and things like that, right? It helps kind of vertically integrate the business and the donation because it gets people to your restaurant and things like that. So it's a win-win. We've had people donate liquor bottles. Midwest Pest just dropped off their thing. They donated 2 bottles of bourbon, a $100 gift card, and I think like a couple tumblers and hats. So same thing. We're going to cut all those as door prizes or raffle prizes and give those out throughout the day so everybody has a chance to win something. Even if you're not good at golf, you can still win some pretty cool door prizes and raffle prizes. There's a 50-50 that we'll be doing, so you guys can go out there and win the 50-50. So a lot going on. We would appreciate anybody to come out and support, and even if you can't come out and support, we appreciate you supporting the podcast.
That's awesome.
Well, you know what's cool about Salina and the community around here? Whenever, somebody's going through something, the community really comes together for them.
I will agree with that, yeah.
No matter who it is, no matter what the situation is, everybody within just the community, the businesses, they all come together. like how you guys are doing it.
You said it earlier, Bill. You said that same thing. Like, I don't remember who we were talking about, but maybe it was the pest control guy. He was saying, like, basically, it's really cool that I've never met Skylar.
Right.
I literally went to Lauren and I said, pick somebody. I don't want to have an event. Charity's always a big focus. We play the mini games at the end. We have fun. We always make our donations to try to give back. And like you said, everybody rallies around that. But we've never met this girl.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, who's it for specifically? I said, well, it's for a young girl. I told him about the medical diagnosis that she had. And he's like, friend of yours? I said, actually, I've never met her or her family. Neither has Mitch, as we partied with caddies. And I think Lauren and Lee have a connection to them. So, we're out here hustling and bustling and trying to raise money for someone that we've never met, right? But it's for the cause.
Yeah.
Like literally, it's Mitch and I, like I said, we'll go back to this. We do have sponsors. We do get paid a little bit for this. We have taken $0 from this podcast. Everything we earn is just more money we can put back into the community.
Right.
We do this more as, I do it for enjoyment. Like,
Me too.
I know work might suck some weeks and some days are tough, but then you get here and you get in the podcast, you kind of forget all about all that. And it's a good way to connect with the community. I've had a lot of people message me, even stop me in public. The Walmart trips now, I don't even want to go to Walmart, right? Because I'm starting to get these like one eyes on the side, like, who's this guy? Yeah, like I kind of know this guy. Yeah, exactly. Mitch is a little different because he's got the blonde hair, the highlights, everything else. He sticks out. I'm a little bit more green as grass type guy out there. But I'm starting to get people in the community to start saying, hey, you're from the podcast.
Bill is unapproachable. Just know that.
I'm super approachable. Find me in a bar and I'll sit there and talk to you for a week and ask you if you believe we landed on the moon. But
now that you say something with that the same thing kind of for me. Anywhere I go, the most common line is, "Why aren't you at work?"
Yeah,
dude.
And I'm like, well, I mean, I think I deserve a day off every now and then.
I get that same thing, but it's weird. Like I was talking to Spank today on the phone, and he was telling me, and I don't want to overshare anything. He just said he was having he was like a little down. Like I'm not talking depression. He said sometimes socially he just gets fatigued because everybody wants to talk to him, and sometimes he just wants his day off, right? Like. Kind of like what you're saying, and Spank, I appreciate you. If it's okay if I share the story, but I related to that too. Sometimes you just want to go about your day and you just want to get some food. Like you just want to pick up stuff and get out of there. I get that too, but we had the conversation and I completely related to what he was saying. He was just kind of down and not about it, but it's just kind of what happens when you're on the big stage, I guess, when you're trying to put a product out there. The weirdest thing I've ever got, though, just speaking to what you're saying, is I was at my grandpa's funeral.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I think what it is really is it's like a social cue for people. They don't know what to bring up. Like they want to talk to you about something. They may have seen, like, a lot of people were like, oh, I saw your podcast clip on Facebook. Cool. Like your buddy said, oh, you're Facebook famous. And I was like, yeah, kind of. I just, I'm really just doing content like other big cities do. I'm just kind of throwing stuff out there, and we have an editor. It makes it a lot easier. But I was at a funeral for my grandpa, and I think every other line was, hey, Mitch, where's the food truck? And I sat there, and I give grace to people. Like,
Daryl, it's a funeral.
Yeah, first thing I went through my head was like, okay,
time and place.
Time and place. I think the real answer was like, don't you think it would be even creepier if I pulled that food truck up? Like, just imagine if I had like selling watches out the jacket. You pull the jacket up and you're like, want one of these? It's just chicken tendies or a hot dad.
Come try two dads. The chicken's killer.
If I rolled up and was like trying to farm money out of grandpa's funeral. I just think about that sentence.
The times I've wanted to try the chicken because I've never had it.
Sam said the same thing. Your brother.
Every time I go, the multiple times I went, I would always go later. Mm-hmm. Sold out.
Yeah, we're trying to
fix
we
probably saw each other before, but
many times.
We just didn't ever, You were just selling chicken, and I was just hungry.
Well, it's an operational problem. Then Bill quit on me, so it's fine. We'll solve it in a couple of years.
No, I think even with this past year of the operational, I think it's very hard, and you may be able to speak to this. Now, you go through a lot of volume of food, either whether it's chicken, beef, or whatever. The chicken game, when you're only running 1 or 2 days a week, is very hard to predict how much volume, because if you don't sell it,
then you're stuck with it.
Then it's stuck, and you can't really resell it because it's already breaded. It's not going to make it another week or to your next event, things like that. So there was a few ways to get around that, was to fill the schedule up more. So even if it doesn't sell on Saturday, we can sell it on Monday or whatever the case may be. But we had to go a little light on some of those events if we didn't have another event very soon, right? Because it's like the goal then was kind of to sell out. So we maximize our revenue, minimize our overhead. But we did have a lot of followers say, every time I go, you guys are sold out, which kind of played to the strength, right? You had to get there early, right? And
That's also a good problem to have.
yeah, it's like a double-edged sword. We want to service everybody, but we also got to think about the business. So I think, like I said, we'll continue to streamline it. The easiest solution to that is more events. But again, who does Tuesday afternoon events, right? Like there's not a fair or a festival on Tuesday nights, right? Maybe we'll park it out inside of Walmart like Chick-fil-A and other trucks do, right?
You know how many texts I get when Chick-fil-A shows up? They're like, I'm boycotting this. I'm like, why? Just go eat it. It's fine.
I
Like,
mean,
it's not, I actually prefer it.
They're coming from Strongsville. I mean, it's a 3-hour drive. And
I
for
think
people to boycott it, that's not really fair to them.
I don't know if you go through this, but like for me, I want, like, I know this is a weird sentence, but I think the best thing that could happen to Two Dads is Chick-fil-A comes to town. Yeah, think about that for a second. Like, I've always told that Pepsi versus Coke thing. You have a Pepsi machine by itself, it sells pretty well. You have a Pepsi and a Pepsi machine, it does not sell well. It actually goes down. You put a Pepsi machine next to a Coke machine, now you kind of galvanize people. Like they have an opinion on it. It's not just, I'm going to go to Two Dads. There's nothing, like we kind of have it with C-Town, but we have such a good relationship that it's like, it's just different in a way. If Chick-fil-A comes in, I want them to be like, I won't eat there because I'm going to Two Dads and that's my guys, right? Like you kind of run into it where it would probably be a blessing if they did come to town and build something bigger.
I mean, it would be a blessing for everything else in the community other than my financial status because my wife would eat there 5 days.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I would eat there. I mean, I think it's a good product.
Yeah, they got real good
You
food.
eat Taco Bell? Do you go to Taco Bell and stuff?
Oh, yeah. I saw that. Well, one of the, before we spoke, before the podcast, you actually brought that up. And I was like, I think they're going to be more surprised that, I mean, Taco Bell's, that's the only thing open after 11.
So, but that's,
especially Wendy's is gone, Burger King's gone.
bro, that's so funny you say that because that's why Two Dads started. So initially I was like, I went to Roberts and I had have a smoke and a karaoke and I come
right.
Six inside.
Either I'm walking past the police station, 6 inside, or you're walking past the police station to Taco Bell, or you're going to that marathon for them shitty subs.
What's it called? Hunt Brothers Pizza.
Yeah, you can do Hunt Brothers Pizza too. Yeah, see, this guy knows late night. He knows his. So we initially started it for that. I was going to serve late night. I tried to convince Logan Smith of the Willow to do Willow on wheels, and I wanted to try to franchise it. It wasn't the right time for him. Like I respect that and love Logan, and we have a great relationship. But then I started Two Dads, and then I got there. I was like, I don't actually want to serve drunk people. Like I look at Berkey getting blood all over my stuff, and I'm like, do I want that on the truck? Like, do I really want that?
No, it's a big commitment too, and then you have to worry about if you might upset somebody sober, but upset them drunk. It's completely
the tip in the truck.
Yeah.
That Hey Arnold episode where they're rocking the ice cream truck.
Yeah.
Give us ice cream. It's hot.
I mean, you would make a killing outside of Boots and Burger.
I know that.
But
is that place still popping like the way it was? Is Boots still popping? I think that's where we've seen each other.
Long time ago. I don't go to Boots anymore because it's. I mean,
same. It's not
nothing against them, but it's kind of.
It's changed in a way. Like I just think our generation, like post COVID, it kind of changed. Like pre COVID, like dude, it was bumping.
Dude, we used to go there. I mean, not to get them in trouble or anything. We were 17, 18, and we'd find our way to.
And they were just hanging out.
They were drinking Pepsi.
They had Pepsi.
I had the X's on me.
Yeah, like he was just like a squirt. Yeah, nothing.
I was the driver for everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
I also think part of that's kind of like the boardwalk thing out there, right? Like genuinely, like
also,
I think boardwalk going out of there has stolen attraction from other places. Like, right? Like, would I rather go a late night? Boardwalk has a good late night atmosphere. I know they're only open to like 11 or so usually during the summer. But that's still pretty late, and most people, I'm getting to be somewhat of a responsible adult, tend to try.
And you got to boat across the lake again.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So like
you
I
can't
go there till 11, and then you can boat back across the lake. So really, I'm probably out till 12:30 because that slow boat ride from Boardwalk to my house at 2 miles an hour idling is very long and very
trolling for
slow.
muskie on the way.
Yeah, you can just keep cracking beers on your ride home though. It's great.
That's right. We don't do that while we're driving.
No, somebody else is driving, right?
Yeah, my son. He can't drink.
He's the captain. He
That's who drives me home from Roberts. That's who drives me home from Roberts too.
That'd be a long walk to your house from Roberts.
I really think that Salina needs a new like bar open late, more of a nightlife. I always thought it would be nice to like for me, I get off work at 10:30, 11.
Same.
You want to enjoy a drink after? It's either Boots, Sidetracks, or the comfort of your own home. But I think a nice sit-down bar where you can, us three, we go, order a bottle, music's going on in the background, not too loud, you can still talk. I think that would be...
If you had to go to Taco Bell, though, I got to know. Because, like, Listen, brother. I don't have a ton of Mexican friends. I've got a couple. I know you grew up here, so like your identity is not as Mexican as like coming from Mexico and coming in. You sort of like you're just you. Like that's cool. When you go to Taco Bell, what's your order?
The number 7. I think it's the chicken quesadilla.
The quesadilla with the jalapeno sauce.
Yeah, that creamy jalapeno sauce. I don't know what they got going on, but it's good.
Ask Furky about Taco Bell. He knows his Taco Bell. His game is strong, bro.
It's the perfect amount of spice.
And then the Baja Blast. The
you
Mountain
big Baja
Dew.
Blast guy?
Yeah, I only get it there. If I won't get it at a gas station, like in a bottle,
Yeah.
because it just doesn't taste the same.
I asked you guys in Mercer County, what's your drunk food? What's your go-to when you have a little hankering or you get a little hungry? What do you guys eat late night? And if you go to Taco Bell, what's your Taco Bell order? Bill, what's yours? Like what
Late night or Taco Bell?
Well, either one.
I'm going to give you Taco Bell because I think
there's nothing else open. He already said it. He's right.
No, that's true. But if you're on the lake and you're out and about and it's a decent hour, we'll go either from the Moose, shout out 1473, Salina Moose.
Thanks, Gabe.
Boardwalk. We usually start, if we're on the lake, we're on the southwest side of the lake, right? So if we go east towards Bayview, Duckfoots, things like that, we will finish towards the Moose or Boardwalk or the Eagles. And then we get drunk and then we order food from Pizza Hut. You pull your boat up to Pizza Hut. I'll hold the dock. Haley will walk in. She'll grab our pizza and our breadsticks or whatever so we can eat breadsticks and pizza on the ride home. So that's a lake hack. Outside of lake hack, Taco Bell.
I don't know. I don't interrupt you. I love Lake Hack.
Yeah.
I feel like that's definitely like a segment that we need to have. I don't know why that struck me like lake hacks. I don't know why that hit me as maybe like two dads lake hacks. Like that's kind of fun. Like if you're coming into town here,
here's
Don't
a
do
lake
this,
hack.
do this.
Yeah.
Stuff
Make
like
sure that the water level's high enough so you don't bottom out your boat. Lake hack.
Hunt Brothers Pizza. If you're too drunk and you can't make it to Pizza Hut, grab a Hunt Brothers Pizza at the local gas station.
Yeah. But I do love the now I'm blanking. I got lost.
Where's it at?
The hard shell taco wrapped cheesy gordita crunch.
Cheesy gordita crunch. You can't listen, brother. That's
Problem is
You gotta get it with chicken.
They're like $6 now.
what happened to the cheesy gordita crunch. They were $6. They're $6 and something.
They were like
now.
$2.50
They
or
used
$3.
to be like $3, and I could get a handful. Now I get 2 cheesy gordita crunches, and I got a. What happened to Taco Bell in general?
I don't know. They went
Supply and demand.
more modern, I think, too.
How's your prices? You guys have pretty fair prices.
Yeah, we try to keep our prices, not crazy, not too low, because you still want to make money, because I mean that's the whole point of the business. But I'm not gonna, if chicken goes up and everything else goes up, I'm not gonna go up with it at the equivalent. I want to stay within a reasonable pricing, because a family of 4, you don't want to go in and you spend 60 and then the next week you're spending 80. They're gonna click like that.
Yeah, we have traditionally been under serving like our prices. I think this year, listen, I don't want to upset anybody. We're raising it very seldom. Like dad sauce is going from $1 to $2. Like we one of the biggest problems we have on the truck is we have to keep refilling dad sauces, and somebody will come up and be like, Bill, you be taking my order. I'll come in and then I'll be a customer.
I'm taking your order.
Yeah. I'll walk up here.
All right. Hey, Blondie, what can I do for you?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how are you? It's good. What can I do for you?
Can I get order chicken tenders, please?
Sure can. What side sauce would you like?
Can I get 9 dad sauce, please?
Yeah, you sure can. That'd be $37.
That's right. Yeah. So one of the things that we're running into is just like I have to like weigh how many dad sauces we're making, because people will just come in and order a metric tons worth.
And I think the one thing to note, kind of like shrinkflation, right? Like kind of talking what you are, people raise their prices and then chicken goes back down. You think they're going to drop their prices? No, never once. They'll still stay up there, right? So I think what McSober's did at one point, they went with like the
shout out Dart.
Shout out Dart. You're going to come on this podcast when we get you on here. But I think they kind of did like the stock market with chicken wings. When it was high, they did raise it. But then when it raised back down, they brought the prices back down, said, hey, look, we have a business to run, but we still want to, offer affordable wings and everything else like that. So that's big. But the dad sauce, one thing I think, I would rather increase the price and keep the cup size, right? Because it's a large cup size.
Yeah.
Than doing what most people do is shrink the cup size.
And
well, it
increase
is
the price.
Yeah,
I'm
and then
talking
I would
about
just,
large cup sizes, baby.
we respect them all equally.
That's right. Yeah. Shout out Tasha. Sorry, babe. I just, if you see her.
That's a stray. We're going to just move on.
If you closed your eyes and rubbed the front of the back, it feels very similar. I'm gonna get it's the tequila.
That's fair. We can blame it on the tequila.
I can
He's
blame
2
it.
drinks in.
Yeah,
But,
I haven't even had much.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing because, like, if you go to our number one competitor, I would call it Cane's. Their cup sizes are like this.
It's terrible.
And it's like, okay, I don't mind paying the money for the sauce. I know the sauce is a cost. Just give me a big effing cup and make it $5 and give me 1 cup, not 7 little cups.
I know. Rich, I hope Rich is not listening to this podcast. One of the things, so I met with the team. Darn it, Mitch. I don't even want to hear the name Chick-fil-A. I don't want to hear Raising Cane's. They're nothing compared. He's the most passionate guy. I will say real quick, you should be proud of me. I had a meeting with Berkey and Rich, the A team. That's what I call them. I mean, they're studs. Okay, they're some of our best workers. Super passionate about it. We talked this year about. I made notes. I made a presentation. We did it in Berkey's living room. You would be so proud, Bill. Like, it was amazing. And basically, long story short, I asked them, like, what's the problems with the business? Like, what's the problems that you want to fix this year? We already got a tight space. Like, what do you want to do? And it was amazing. And I will say, like, that was where the price increase came from. And one of the other things they said was, don't bring up Chick-fil-A this year ever, or Raising Cane's. But I thought of you. I think that it was really cool to chat with those guys to finally get the team's effort. And you talk about progression from first of the year to the end of the year. Look at me, buddy. I mean, I really took their like everything into consideration of like how we could do things better.
Yeah, and I think the one big thing to deliver back to them, if some of those ideas don't land, right? They may have ideas that I wasn't in the room, and it's like, yeah, we can't do that, right? Like, but here's why we can't do it. Okay, like explain to them. Like, one thing when I talked to Rich was when we talked about getting rid of the paper out of the boats. And I was like, dude, it's a waste of time. It slows us down. It's all this stuff, right? And then Mitch is like, no, it's the presentation.
Yeah.
Like, the presentation matters. And I was like, hey, look, I didn't look at it from that way. I look at it from an operations standpoint of bigger, better, faster, stronger,
Berkey
cheaper.
said the same thing about toasted buns because we're getting rid of the grill. And I said, we're going to get an industrial toaster. Like, it's going to butter and toast the same way. But that grill is a nightmare. It's a nightmare to go from left to right, and you're crossing streams. I mean, I'll ask you about this in a minute, Gerardo. Like we had a very bad flow problem. Like Ham was over here, and then on the right side, this guy was doing the sandwiches, but he depended on the left, and there was a guy in the middle. It was just terrible. So I asked him. I had a great meeting. I was just like, "Do you want another fryer?" And I thought we were going to get a new fryer at the beginning of the conversation, but at the end they were like, "No, because you're going to overwhelm me at the end." Like, it doesn't matter if you had another fryer. Like, I can't keep up with sometimes the 4 when they're running full blast. So, like, adding another one's just going to sing me in the weeds. And so, I don't know. We're just at that phase now where year 3, for those listening, like, we're going to change and we're going to be more streamlined. We're changing up the entire truck. My dad's coming in, unbolting stuff. Do you do that same thing? Like, in the restaurant business, like, we're in a food truck. We're sort of like jam-packed. So space means everything. And they voted more space versus another fryer. Right? Berkey's got his own space. Now he doesn't have to turn or go. It's just all him. He toasts the bun. He throws a ham on a hot plate. Done.
What do you do with ham, though? How do you toast the ham?
Hot plate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so basically it'll be a hot plate, and he'll be able to, like, just throw ham down, put a bun down the industrial, like, what do you want to call it? Like, bun toaster with butter on it. Yeah. Does the same thing the grill does with half the effort, and then he controls his own destiny versus, like, can I get buns down here? I guess a question I have to you is, do you run through the same thing? Like, do you, like, constantly, like, when you open a new restaurant, or if you need to pivot in a restaurant, do you go through, like, those sessions where you have to think about, like, what the flow is or how things change?
Well, what we do is we kind of have the same idea for every single restaurant, So, like, it all started.
So it's built on, like, one idea.
Yeah. So, like, but then once you actually start working, you kind of have to see, is this working? Do I have to tweak this? Do I have to do this? Which for us, really, there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those are the cooks. Number 1 that's the main guy. Number 2, he takes care of, like, putting them, because the plates come out really hot.
Yeah,
we got to put them in. We have a
literally hot plate. You said it.
Yeah.
Hot plate.
Yeah. So you put let's say we're making a fajita, right?
And then it's just sizzling.
Yeah. So then the guy will be like, "Oh, chicken fajita." The grill guy will start working on his part. This guy's serving the plate, hands it to the guy over here, and he puts it in the oven, puts the cheese on the beans, oven, melts, gets it out. He does the salad part, brings it up, and then he has the skillet on over the flame because that's how you got to get it real hot. That's why it comes out sizzling. You're like, oh, somebody's getting fajitas.
The meme. You see the meme where they're like, like,
and then once that's ready, then the number 2 guy will bring it to the grill guy, which is number 3. So you do have to have a flow, otherwise it's a big mess.
Did your parents come up with that, or do you guys optimize as you went on?
I think, that's just how always my dad has worked. So I don't know if that's just the norm in the Mexican business, or I don't know who came up with it, because my uncles also do it. So I feel like that's just the way
it was.
I feel like every restaurant does that.
Yeah.
From the ones I've been to, because I've also, my uncle's own restaurants, my cousin's own restaurants. From the top of, if you know where Traverse City is.
Yeah, Michigan. Yeah.
I bought a Camaro from there one time.
I got to hear that.
I did.
From Traverse City down to Ohio, down to Kentucky. It's just all my family.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's all different names. It's not La Carretas. It's
right, but it's
tons of different
similar.
names. But Michigan, they're all over Michigan. My uncle does a really, really good job out there.
Hey, podcast listeners, before you skip ahead, please take a listen to this. On February 7th, Two Dads are hosting their first ever live event, and we'd love for you to be a part of it. It's called the Battle Bash, and we built it as a way to give back to the community, this time supporting Skylar Molenkamp and her family. Things will kick off at 11 a.m. at Caddy's Golf Lounge with Battle Golf, a live Two Dads podcast, prizes, drink specials, and music by Isaac Busher. If you've been enjoying the podcast and want to support what we're building, this is the perfect way. Come hang out, have a good time, and if you feel like participating, teams are $60 and spots are limited. You can sign up right now at caddysgolflounge.com. Tell me more about that. You just said your family from Traverse City all the way down past Ohio.
Yeah, down to Kentucky.
Where did the family aspect, whose idea was this in the very beginning for not just specifically La Carreta, but
Mexican restaurants in general?
Yeah, Mexican restaurants in general.
Well, I would think all my uncles, because my mom has 10 brothers, and they all started in Lebanon, Indiana.
Did they come from Mexico and move?
Yeah.
Why Lebanon, Indiana?
I don't know how they got to that point, but my uncle lives there. He still lives there to this day.
Okay.
And he's one of the older ones. And all the younger brothers, my dad worked there too. And then they all just kind of started venturing off.
Why? I guess the question that I had is why Mercer County? Lebanon, Indiana, Traverse City. Why did you land in Salina, Ohio for the La Carreta? Did your parents move here? Was there a opening? Did they see a chance?
My dad's business partner, which is our business partner, his name's Sam Aguirre. He's from Lima, actually.
Oh, okay.
And he would drive through Salina to get to Marion. I think Marion, Indiana is that way. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know where I'm at right now.
It's west. So
yeah.
He went through Salina, and even the newspaper clipping is still hung up at La Carreta 1 where, he got interviewed. Mm-hmm. And he said, I was driving through here one time and he saw the for rent on the old Empire.
Oh.
And then things happened. He left a voicemail back in the day. You had a home phone. Nowadays, everybody just has phones.
Yeah.
And he left a voicemail to my dad hey, I got a business opportunity. Are you interested? And next thing you know, we're in Lima, and me and my dad and my brother, we drove to Salina.
How old were you at the time?
I want to say...
How old are you now?
26.
So 20. You were probably 6, 5, 6?
So I want to say I was 8.
Okay, a little older.
Yeah, because I was in 3rd grade.
So he's right. He was Riker's age. Think about that. Seeing that vision.
And you still remember that? You still remember I'm not saying
I remember the first time we met at the Lima Mall. And
shout out.
Best place in
Golden
town.
Corral out there, and then we'd head over to the Lima Mall by bouncy
the
balls.
Golden Corral, that was a luxury for us when we were growing up.
No shit.
Golden Corral and Burger King.
It was still when I got a car, Lima was the furthest my parents were good with us driving. They were not good. I was an irresponsible child. I was toilet papering and doing stupid stuff.
Q-tipping?
Yeah, I was doing weird stuff. I was no. You know what we would do as kids? This is me and Berkey. Think about how
Berkey and I.
Yeah, thank you so much. Berkey and I and just some of our friends would go. We wouldn't even do conventional. So one time we dressed up as pirates and would just scare people in their windows during the evening. Get the cops called on. Yeah, I know. No, that gets weirder. We would go to house.
Weirder.
Yeah, we would.
I don't know how much weirder it can get.
We would go to houses.
Oh,
you ready for this one? We would go to houses instead of ding dong ditching traditional pranks. We would go to their house. And we would rearrange all of their lawn furniture in a really
weird way.
No, a very authentic, very pretty way. Like we re-landscaped their house, and then we would ding dong ditch after we have just like moved all their tables and their lawn furniture, and it looks really nice. We would like psychologically mess with people, and then we ding dong ditch them, and they would come out like, "Hey, you kid," and then they would just, "Hey, you kid, what the hell is?" And they would have like nice flower arrangements and like their nice like things on their porch. We're just looking.
You'd leave a bottle of wine.
Dude, yes, from your secret admirer.
Have you ever seen when like people jokingly have broken in and they don't take anything? They just stage a break-in, they don't take anything.
I got the cops called on me doing that one time.
And it's like you go into, I break into your house, I keep the door open. It looks
Shout
like,
out to the Remingtons calling the cops on me one time at 50. The crazy part, I don't want to interrupt Bill, but here's the crazy part.
No, you did, but keep going.
I did, but here, this is a good story. I was at dinner with my family around the table, and the doorbell rang. And like my stepdad at the time was like, "Go get the door." So I go get the door, and it's a cop. And I was like, "Oh shit! Like
They're
this
here
is
for me.
not. They're here for me. Of course they were here for me.
They're
Who
here
are
for
they?
my stepdad.
Did you just hear what I just said?" So anyway, I talked to this cop, and he's like, "Did you stage a fake break-in?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Well, they called the cops, and they're willing not to press charges, but you need to not do this again." So I'm on the front porch, and then I go back to dinner. Like he's like, "Okay, well, don't do that again, or I'm gonna arrest you." So like, "Thank you so much. All right, see you later." I'm scared shitless. I go back to the dinner table, and they're like, "Who's that?" And I was like, "It was Berkey. He wanted to hang out, but I told him we were having dinner." So anyway, back to you.
I just have always thought that's funny to stage that because then like, what did they take? Right? Like everywhere you look, then you can't find the remote 3 weeks later. You're like, dude, did they just take the remote?
And it's in between the couch the whole time.
The
So
batteries.
It's just like a mind game of everything. But no, I think it's good. One thing we forgot to do. It's episode 50.
Oh my gosh, somebody's gonna be mad at us. Are you talking about the numbers?
I think Monty's gonna be in the comments.
I'm done with Monty. Can I say something about Monty real quick? So he texted me and he's like, "I'm going to the Willow." You ever eat the Willow?
Oh, I love the Willow.
I love the Willow
Shout
too.
out to Logan.
Yeah, shout out to Logan. I love the Willow. Like we support small business. He goes, "What's the order at the Willow?" I sent him a voice memo because I'm like going places. I'm active, right? Like so it's easier for me. Like, "Hey, what's up, dude? You should get the Big Fritz, get some French fries, get some chicken nuggets."
They're jalapeno burgers.
Slapping, dude.
Yeah,
They don't even offer that, I think, anymore.
No, they don't?
Pizza steak's
Well.
good. Pizza steak's good too. It's got that cheese in the middle. Anyway, before we get too lost in our drunk tequila foods, I was like, I gave him a voice memo. You know, his wife destroyed me. She's like, "Who is this guy sending you a voice memo? Who does that?" I asked you guys just real quick. Bill, I know you're a FaceTime guy. You against voice? I feel like voice memos prevent me from like screwing up texts.
I would say
I have more typos when I text. You probably don't even know what the order was by the end of it.
Yeah, I would say I'm the biggest FaceTime guy ever. If you don't FaceTime me, I don't answer usually.
Okay.
So I'm a big fan of that. I like to see you. They be able to
Are you a FaceTime guy?
I'm a FaceTime guy.
Okay, we got
I think it's a lot easier too if you sometimes I'll be like, text your dad and ask him this. I'm like, FaceTime. It's
Yeah.
quick.
I think it's good. So pro FaceTime. I am pro voice to text.
No. Voice memo.
Voice memo. Sorry. Yeah.
Like an audio recording.
Yeah, I am. You do that to me all the time. I'm pro that usually. The hard part is when I get busy at work to come back and either listen and or read that. Sometimes I forget. So like you send this big long voice memo. I can't listen to it because I'm in a meeting at work. I can't read it right now because it's 4 pages long, which would be the same as a text.
Yeah.
And then I'm like 2 days later, I'm like, shit, dude, I didn't text you back on that one. My bad. Like that's the only downside to me.
I think it's also too if they're gonna send you a voice memo that's 4 minutes long, you gotta sit there for 4 minutes. You can read that faster. Yeah. It all depends on how long of a voice memo
I
it is.
destroyed Monty's wife, so sorry to Monty's wife if she's listening.
Shout out Jess.
Shout out Jess.
Shout out Jess.
Yeah, one of the questions I wanted to ask you while we were chilling here,
We didn't get to episode 50.
Oh, sorry.
Episode 50.
Episode 50, yes.
You may or may not know, if you're an avid listener, every episode, my shtick is I try to find a sports athlete that matches the episode number. So we have episode 50. I'm going to start with Mitch because I know he doesn't have anything. Mitch, who you got for 50?
AJ Hawk.
AJ Hawk.
Green Bay
Oh, for
Packers was
Packers.
50. No,
47 for the Buckeyes.
You said that to me. I was like, you got one? I was like, I was really excited before the podcast. I was like, I finally got one. Also, Tim Wakefield, I think is correct.
He's 49.
Correct. That's what I said last week.
Oh, last
you
week.
said
Yeah,
48, and I was
yeah.
like, no, it's 49, right?
Yep, it was.
But anyway, I was like, AJ Hawk, and you're like, that's not right. And I was like, I was so deflated when you went to go get Gerardo at the door. He hit me on a sour note. I was like, God damn, I finally had something. You got one for 50?
I got one for 50. Rob Ninkovich, New England Patriots.
That's
a poll.
That is
The end.
If you guys have a number 50, make sure you let us know in the comments. That's fantastic.
You a Patriots fan?
I'm a Patriots fan.
Wow, you got a big season.
Big week
I
this
got
weekend.
the Pats winning. Everyone's talking about this cupcake schedule.
I don't think so.
Dude, they've demolished everybody.
Any team in the NFL is good. Except
Ohio
the
State has a
Jets.
cupcake schedule sometimes. Like
And
they're
the Bengals.
playing. You're a Bengals fan?
No.
Oh, okay.
Every team in the NFL is good except the Jets and the Bengals.
And the Falcons.
That's hilarious.
50. I'm going to go the second coming of the round mound of rebound. It's not Charles Barkley. It's Zach Rudolph from the Memphis Grizzlies.
That is like everything you're saying is insane. Zach Rudolph. I mean, he was good. Good rebound. I had him on my fantasy team.
So yeah, you can't knock him. He's just kind of like a forgotten guy. He was a role player. He was just.
It's impressive knowing NBA numbers.
Yeah, like it's just like I mean,
AK-47, baby.
AK-47. I did episode 47. Andre Karolinko back in the day. So
I'm still mad.
Yeah, that was good. But no, that's good. I love this shop talk that we're doing.
I want to. Yeah, well, two things. One, for those people that are listening right now, our guest today is Gerardo Delgado. If you've been following along. Gerardo grew up here, and for a long time, La Carreta wasn't his dream. It was his parents. It was just a place where he hung out, and his parents worked. Long hours, a lot of grind, a place where he'd hang out and slowly realize that it mattered more than he understood at the time. Somewhere along the way, that shifted. Watching this turn into something more, help turned into responsibility, and now Gerardo is in that in-between spot, learning how to carry something his parents built while also not pretending it's fully his just yet. This episode isn't about hype. It's about what actually takes to step into a family business, build something distinct in a space unfairly lumped together sometimes, because I want to get to that too, about Mexican food in general. You know, it's kind of like the Chinese food argument too, in an unfair way. But to do it in a small town that you grew up in, different culture, but also blending with our culture, and I'm excited to get into it. So thank you again for coming here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Thank you for the tequila.
Yeah,
Cheers.
thank you for the tequila. Cheers to you guys real quick. I actually need a refill here soon. One of the questions that I have to you, we talked about why Salina, like how you got here, your family. I guess the question I want to stem from that is, I want your take. To me, and this is just personal, sometimes Mexican food gets lumped in altogether. Like, I think they look at it the same way you take American Chinese. Like, you look at it and you go, do you want Chinese food? Do you want lo mein? Do you want the General Tso's? Exactly. But and then Taco Bell doesn't exactly help. It doesn't represent Mexican culture too much when you have a quesarito. Like, I don't know that I go to
Those are good, though.
They are fantastic. When you hear that, like, what's your reaction? Like, what do you think of that? Like, I'm not saying it bothers you, but like, what do you think about that when they kind of lump it all together, fairly or unfairly?
I mean, I think it's easy to just kind of lump it all together because they're still selling tacos, they're still selling quesadillas, burritos, which kind of as we sell. It might be made different, but it's still falling under the same category, the same name, and whether you like it or not, it's still a burrito, it's still a taco. So it doesn't really affect me, you know.
Sure,
But you just have to then see, oh, well, I'm getting a taco from Taco Bell, but a taco, like an actual street taco,
what do you
that's
guys,
the difference.
Yeah, exactly. I guess that's my question. Is like, what do you guys optimize that a chain like Taco Bell doesn't? I mean, is it like
Quality.
I would say
You got to go quality too, you know. I think our serving time when it's like packed house, I think the most you wait for your food is 15, maybe 20 minutes. Some of those
Max.
places,
I mean, it's pretty quick.
Some of those places, you know, you might be in the drive-through line for an hour before you even get. So I feel like that also differentiates, I think that's the word. Yeah, differentiates us from the Taco Bell to what, you know, if you go to La Carreta, you go to Taco Bell. Okay, this one's this one's this.
Yeah.
But what is the big difference? And I think the time and the quality, you know.
Quality for me would be the big thing if you ask me. The one big kicker to me, I've never been, and there's a couple other, you know, Mexican restaurants in the area that I also participate in. But
the only one I know is Mariachi's in Coldwater.
there's only two that I'll go to.
Yeah,
Mariachi's,
same. Those are the two I'll go
Mariachi's
to.
is good, but usually we're over in Salina.
I go to the OG when the old Empire Steak. I went to your spot for the first time. My daughter loves chips and salsa, but I agree with you. There's only like really two I would go to.
And then I always go to the old Seatown one, right? It's just the one. We're usually at Walmart or something over there, and that's usually the closest one. So yeah, you know, you get that main stuff there. But the chips and salsa is like the deal breaker for me, right? Like, I think sitting there, you know, me, Riker, my wife, we sit there, we have a boat or two of chips and salsa. The salsa's great, the chips are great, and then you're able to eat your meal. But it's very quick. it's very good quality, and then you're out the door, right? Like that's kind of like the game. Speed to me, I would love to sit in the kitchen for a half an hour
would too.
and just watch the
Learn from you guys.
volume that you guys put out. But I don't know, and you could probably answer this, the heritage of family oriented and the service with a smile that I've gotten every time I've been there. I've never gotten anything wrong, right? So I've never really had a reason to like, hey, excuse me, maybe upset somebody, but it's always quick, it's smiling, it's happy.
Yeah.
There was a young lady that we went to, the candy jar is all cash, right? So throw like 3 or 4 pieces on there for Riker, right? Like, and I only had my card. And I was like, shoot. Okay, sorry, I didn't know, right? Like but then I learned it was all cash. She's like, no big deal. $2 cash out of her purse or wallet or whatever she's got, pays for it. And I was like, you don't have to do that. She's like, no, it's okay. She's like, and I think she saw Riker, he's 8, right? So, hey, we'll take care of him. Pay $2 cash out of her own pocket or tips or whatever. So then when I'm sitting here getting ready to sign my thing, I'm like, oh yeah, like I just added like $6 extra on top of that as like to compensate. But to go out of your way willingly to do that was incredible. So I just think that's that, family first environment. Like, hey, let's take care of the customers and everybody first. Everything else will kind of take care of itself. So I think that's something probably started with your parents, I would think. And then you guys have embodied it since.
It goes back to my dad. I mean, my dad, his English isn't like the best, but he made the most of what he knows to communicate with the crowd, the customers.
Sure.
And he would always make sure, no matter who the customer was, if they leave happy, they're going to come back. Mm-hmm. He would treat them as family, and that's kind of what we try to do as well. You know how they say the customer's always right. Sometimes they're not always right, but just let them be right, and they'll come back.
Yeah.
And you don't want to lose a customer over a $10 meal, because they're still going to come back and spend that or more.
I think my biggest misconception, just genuinely, I learned something even at that raffle we were at together. Because my initial thought for like how I wanted to position this episode was like, and I think it was unfairly. Like, listen, I don't have a lot of experience here, but like the first thing I said to you that I really loved about you was I was like, yo, what's it like growing up like Mexican in like a pretty much white town? Like you're surrounded in a Tri-County area with like a bunch of white people. And I wasn't going to make this like a political episode. It was just like, what's that like? I loved your response because you were like, dude, I don't know. I just grew up here. Like everyone's my friends. I love that attitude that your dad kind of has where it's like, it doesn't matter if you're white, black, a different culture. Like I'm still going to take that $2 out and give you the candy. I'm going to make sure you feel good. Did you always feel normal growing up here? We kind of touched on it a little bit when we were in person, but like, how does it feel growing up here? Is it just a second nature now? Like there's no difference between like your family that came from Mexico to the Traverse City and down? Like how you feeling?
I mean, it just feels like I'm just one of Salina's.
I feel the same way. Just to be honest with
Salina's. What are you?
You're a bulldog, baby.
Yeah, I'm a bulldog. I mean, I grew up here. I graduated from Salina. I played sports here. In high school, I was always nice to everyone. I might have been a douche here and there. But that comes.
I mean, dude, I was.
Who wasn't?
I think I'm still a douche.
Any male from age 14 to 20 has some douchiness to him at some capacity.
It was normal, I never looked at myself as like different.
You never had to explain yourself?
Nah, I was just.
I love that.
I mean, people knew I was Mexican.
They give you like some shit. Like I feel like I hear like even in school we had a kid that was like darker skin and they would call him Beaner. I'm not saying like that's a great term, but I do know like they.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, they went
to college. Right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
yeah.
Nathan Toby.
I mean, yeah, you did go through here and there. Somebody would, throw a little racial slur out, but
I don't think they mean it.
To me, it never affected me whether they meant it or not. Because to me, I'm still gonna go get my 6 hours of sleep, go on with life, and if you feel that way, you feel that way. That's not gonna affect me at all.
I think that's important. Like that's a really good take that people in the crowd and that are listening to this could take that out of that. Like, I guess the only relation I can make to you, right? I'm a heavy set male, right? People have called me, hey, fat ass, whatever, like this. Hey, but it happens, right?
I feel you.
And I'm just like, okay. Like,
people call me gay because I got my hair dyed in a mohawk, right? No,
is that why they call you gay?
No, they call me gay because I literally have two dads. It's called two dads, and I've got like.
But yeah, like how you said,
and I kiss guys.
Oh, hey, nothing wrong with that.
Let's go.
To each their own.
Not true.
But like how you said, you said that you're a heavy set guy. everyone's got something, you know. It's once you give in and give them a reaction, that's when, you know, they'll either keep doing it or do it worse. But once they don't see a reaction, they're like, oh, this guy doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go.
Carry
like
on.
when you were in high school or junior high, whenever that was, like if you would have fed into that and said, hey, you, and I'm going to tell a teacher I'm going to do this and this, just kind of shows probably how you were raised. And I don't know your parents, but I guess getting to know you more, I could probably say they're a pretty good couple and individuals and a good family upbringing, because you got to understand there's adversity everywhere in life, right? And whether it's, you know, your heritage or your weight or your sexual preference, Mitch, whatever it is, right?
Rainbows.
Everybody's going to have an opinion on it.
Yeah.
And the only ones that actually matter are the ones you care about. So, like, as much as I like getting to know you, right? If you left here and you're like, man, I hate Bill. He's a D-bag or whatever.
Sucked.
That podcast sucked. I'd be like, hey, man, I appreciate you coming, but, like, I'm who I am and I'm okay with who I am, right? So, if you don't like it, okay, whatever. But I would love for you to like it so we can be better friends and things like that. So, I think I've carried that a long way through my life. Always kind of being a heavier set guy. That's my niche, right? If people would ever make fun, I'd be like, okay, I'm fat. What else you got?
Yeah, you know,
Like-
and then I grew up with 4 older brothers.
So you got beat on.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
I saw Sam. He's a big guy.
yeah, and then
He sit on you.
the youngest of 5, you know, they're all. I mean, I'm not saying they were mean, but you would fight, but you're obviously younger, so you'd kind of get beat on.
What's your parents' expectation? I'm thinking about this, like as we have the family circle and you talk about, you know, coming together as family, you know, you guys have how many restaurants do you have total?
5.
So what cities? So you got 2 in Salina.
2 in Salina, 1 in St. Mary's, and you go down 127 to Greenville.
Okay.
And then down 75 to Sydney.
And you guys all split those separately? Like all the siblings run a separate business?
Yeah, every sibling. That was like ultimately the goal.
Okay.
My dad's goal was to get every
Kid a restaurant.
Yeah.
Wow.
My brother actually took over La Carreta 1. My dad was the one running it. And then he got into an accident. He got in a car wreck and his vertebrae got squished. He had to like learn how to walk again. So my brother just stepped up and took the reins.
What was that like? Just, I don't want to go too deep, but like.
I don't know, man. I was there. It happened. We were on vacation in Mexico. We were there for my cousin's birthday. I remember that. And it was like, I was in 8th grade and it was February. And it was just a normal night. I was downtown hanging out with my friends that I have down there. And I saw an ambulance coming down. And I was like, well, that's weird. You know, we're a small town. We don't have a hospital. We don't have nothing. It's, you know, if you need to go somewhere, you got to drive 15 minutes to get to like a hospital or whatever. And, you know, if an ambulance it's on his way, they have the sirens. They didn't have the sirens on. So then I thought that was weird too. And then somebody walks up to me. He's like, hey, your dad just wrecked. Like him and my uncle were just coming home. I think they went to some store in another town and they got back kind of late. And my uncle took a turn, but he didn't take it good enough and just flew off and it hit a tree. Car turned around. And then there was probably a rock about the size of this bar here, and it landed right on my dad's door, and that's what.
Jeez. Wow.
And I mean, I remember they told me, and I remember I just sprinted to where, because I kind of saw the ambulance, and I sprinted. And to me, when I first got there, I thought I saw my dad dead, because he was passed out, unresponsive, and just laying there, and I was like, holy shit, my dad just died. And there was a lot of emotions going on, and I was younger, so I didn't really know how to process him. I kind of more or less got mad at my uncle for wrecking, which it wasn't his fault. It was an actual accident. But at the time, I couldn't process what had happened. And I remember I didn't cry. I didn't cry, nothing. Then once I saw him moving, I was like, okay, at least he's alive.
Stable.
Yeah. So then they got him in the ambulance, took him, and they didn't bring me with. My mom went with him. And I went back to my grandma's house, and I was like, can somebody like bring me to go see my dad? And they were like, no, it's best if you just stay here just in case anything happens, you know? And that was at my mom's house, my mom's mom, my grandma's. Abuela. Yeah, Mama Chuy, that's her name.
I love that.
And
I'm going to start calling my wife that.
they were like, hey, we're not going to bring you. And I was like, they're like, it's better if you just stay here and just wait till see how everything is. So I went to my dad's mom, which they're like neighbors. which is like a 3-minute walk. And I was like, okay. That's when I actually like cried because I saw my grandma and I just broke down. And then they brought me there. And I remember my dad's like, how did you get here? And I was like, oh, your brother brought me, my uncle. And then once I knew he was like stable, it was all like.
Did that change? Like, I don't want to bring it too far forward, but like, that's a pretty heavy story. Like at a young age, especially in 8th grade, does that at all kind of come with you these days? Like that toughness that you show?
Yeah, I mean, it was because I didn't see my dad for like a year.
Why?
Because he couldn't travel.
And he was stuck in Mexico and you were back home?
He had to learn how to walk, everything. Just basically brand new because I don't know what the numbers are for
the vertebrae.
Yeah, but the bottom ones just got squished. They didn't completely flatten, but he couldn't really, to this day, he really can't pick up anything after or over 25 pounds because it just hurts his back real bad. But
did that place an expectation on you guys to have to take over?
I think it did on my brother.
What's his brother's name?
Rafael. Yeah, my brother, he actually lived in Indiana at the time.
He came home for that?
He came home and took over.
It sounds just like you, Bill.
Yeah. I went through something similar when I was younger. My dad passed when I was 18, so.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Appreciate that, but I think also in the same breath, to share something similar with you or your family shaped me who I am today because it expedited the clock of growing up and expectations, right? I had a younger brother. He was 15 at the time. I was 18, so had a baseball scholarship, moved home, got a job, had to take care of the family, right? So unfortunate, right? I still would rather have my dad here than learn all that I learned at an expedited rate. But having that, it's weird to say opportunity, but opportunity to step in and fill a void as Rafael did, right? Steps up. I think especially in the Mexican heritage, someone's got to be the man, right? Like someone's got to be the person to look to. It could be a woman also, but like someone's got to lead the charge. And if that was Rafael or someone else in your family, they say, hey, here's what we're doing. Dad's alive, thankfully, right? And it's going to be a long road for him to recover. In the meantime, we got to do this, 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 and this.
Yeah,
I basically said, hey, I got to do the same thing. I got to leave college. I have to
make decisions.
I got to do a job. And it's not what you wanted to do, but it's what the team and or the family needed. And I think that's all that matters. That speaks about what family means. You find out what family means when unfortunate things happen usually, and that's kind of unfortunate in itself. You wish everybody acted like that all the time. And I think I've learned to transform to do that through that unfortunate learning experience, right? That now I know what matters. Yeah. I know my family matters, and that's really the only thing I care about, right?
You relate to that?
And then, I do relate to that. And he took over everything, like how you did. At the time, my older brother, Eddie, he lived in Michigan. And there's still 3 of us at home that I think I was probably 13, 14. Sam was 16 because we're all kind of 2 years apart.
You're young though.
Yeah, I was real young. They're a little older. But my brother, he made sure we got to school. He made sure we had food. He made sure everybody was doing everything. And at the same time, he still had to run a whole business. So it was, for him, props to him. He handled it well.
Props to him for sure.
I mean, maybe he hadn't grown up yet, but he had to at the moment.
Do your parents still have I know your dad can't carry over 25 pounds and maybe he's not as active in the business as he used to, but do they still serve a role in here to give you guys advice?
Oh, yeah. Actually, my mom still works with me. She doesn't want to stop working.
And what restaurant do you own?
I own the La Carreta 4 in front of Walmart.
Yeah, that's
C-Town.
right. Yeah, C-Town.
And we've told her it's time to relax, enjoy life. And she's like, well, what am I going to do at home? So I finally got her to work weekends only. So that's now she only works Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Is she content with that though? Because I know it's really hard to get people to adjust to that. Now that she's stopped working weekdays, do you notice that she doesn't want to come back and work weekdays, or does she still want to work?
No, she always said if you ever need me, just let me know.
Sure, that's a mom thing. That's very mom. My mom says the same thing. You want me to work the chicken truck? I'll do. I'm like, dude, no. This is hell.
Come and eat and
just relax. We'll get you a chicken sandwich.
And the thing, what I'm trying to do right now is push her to kind of not retire, but come in on the weekends, and because right now she serves on the weekends. She's a waitress, and I told her I was just not quit, but just come in on the weekends, help me out 5 to 8. Couple hours during the rush. Then you can just go home. You don't have to do any cleaning. You don't have to do, clean your section, wipe down the menus, this and that. Just come, work, and
That's going to be a weird adjustment for your parents. Because
I think more for her.
Yeah, because she used to take care of you. I mean, you're her baby. So, like, going through this and, like, she was always cleaning the stuff up and that was her duty. What does that feel like for you, like, having now to take that role on? Is it hard? Is it easy? Like, how are you feeling about that? I mean, you are replacing what they used to do as the next generation.
It's tough. It's tough shoes to fill, for sure. The way my dad ran things, you know, he also had what I want to say, like I have a drive too.
Yeah.
But his drive was, I'd say, better because he had 5 kids to feed at home. I don't have any kids.
What's your motivation? Like genuinely just asking, like point blank, like, are you money driven? Are you like customer service driven? Like, what's your motivation?
Both. I want to say both.
Okay.
You know, it's always nice seeing the satisfaction of, you know, you ask somebody when you catch them out, how was everything? Great. You know, we always have a great experience here. We're going to come back. And obviously, who doesn't love money? You know, I don't want to say it's all about money, but money runs the world.
I think everybody, if they look at it from a money standpoint, hey, do you want to work 40 hours this week or 100 hours this week? Well, I only want to work 40. Okay, if you're getting the same pay, you're going to work 40, right?
Yeah.
But will I work 100 hours? Oh, hell yeah, I will, because I know I'm going to get mine at the end of that 100 hours. So, but owning the business and being family oriented is a little bit different. Do you see anything in the community that, I'm trying to think of the right way to phrase this, the best way for you to give back to the community is through like food and hospitality? Do you think that's the best way for you guys to do it? Because it sounds like you guys are pretty active in the community. I've seen you got
Shop a Cop. He was right there, right behind me. You're the first guy right there.
Shop a Cop. I see the banner in Rush over at Shipyard. So I see you giving money back. You donated the gift cards for us today. Do you think that's the best way, or do you think it's food? Because like having a good staple food place in the area, right? You were placing Seatown, right? Seatown was pretty
hard shoes to fill.
Pretty big shoes to fill.
We were doing similar stuff with the food truck too. Remember, for a period, they didn't have Seatown wings on wheels.
Yeah.
And we were the chicken guys. So I kind of relate to this. Sorry.
So you already have one across town, right? So it's like, hey, we're going to put another one in town. And I'll be the first one to say, like, why? I know the other one was hard to get in. You get in there after 5 o'clock and it was hard to get a seat. So I understood the expansion, but I also didn't know, does Salina have enough people to cater to both? Right. And then I started going to Seatown one more, and it was like, yeah, there's people in here nonstop all day, every day. You guys did the right move.
It was just real tough there for a while on the weekends. After 4:30, it was a packed house till 9:30. And then after having all that rush, I mean, we had 7 servers at the time, and you were serving 25, 30 tables a piece.
That's per server?
Per server.
Jeez, dude.
'Cause, I mean, especially like...
I worked at the Olive Garden. You could barely handle 3.
My brother, he's real good at...
That's endless soup, salad, and breadsticks, though, brother.
He's kind
I
of
don't think you know anything about that style. You know what I mean?
Yeah, endless chips and
You got to
salsa.
bring the fresh chips over, but what do you know about endless soup, salad, and
but
breadsticks?
it was tough because, I mean, I remember when I first started serving, I think it was a Labor Day.
How old were you?
Oh, man.
16, maybe 17. So, like...
Let's just cheers to that one, buddy.
I was real scared.
God bless. God bless for taking a little cheers.
I was real scared because I started working when I was 10 in the dish tank. I would help my dad with the dish tank, and it was, I wasn't the main guy. I was just a helper to the dishwasher, but like most of my brothers, we started in the dish tank because that's where you learn to work.
I agree with that. I don't think I learned how to work. I got a job, cushy job at Family Video. Berkey was the shaker boy outside at Little Caesars Connected. If you know Salina, there's a little thing. But
Family Video was a place to be back in the day.
until you rent your weird cousins and uncles like porno tapes like that. Then it gets real. It's like, okay, 2 for $1. Great, Mighty Ducks 2. Okay, Backdoor Sluts 9. Okay. Let me go grab that for you, because you had to grab it from the back. Yeah, it was.
They had that one room in the back. You could always see it, but you weren't allowed in there if you weren't 18.
It already smelled weird and stuff. Yeah, I'd rather. Yeah.
Now it's a gym.
That's a snap.
It's a total different smell now.
It's a different kind of sweat.
No, but yeah, it was just real tough having we did it, but it was just from 4:30 to 9:30. It was just,
You learned that at 10.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And so like I really wasn't out when you're in a dish tank where you really don't go out to the floor at all. And then once I think I was probably 12 or 13, I went and started hosting that's when I really saw.
I did the same job at Bob Evans. Like literally, did you ever eat the food when you were a dishwasher? You ever eat any food that came back that didn't look touched?
No.
I did. I 100% did.
Yeah,
Shout out to Bob Evans. I absolutely, like when the kids would come back and it looked untouched, I would eat the food.
I mean, I had you probably didn't have the luxury of eating for free because you
No,
you
not
know,
at all.
I could just walk
we
to
were
the
not
kitchen
allowed
and
to
grab
touch it.
something.
Can I get
didn't really
something
have to do
fresh?
that.
I absolutely, and this is a true story, I would eat the food if it looked untouched coming back to the dishwasher.
Nah, it was actually kind of gross to me because like
Yeah, it's probably gross. People are probably freaking out now.
so like the way it's set up, it's in baskets, so it's like plates, baskets of plates,
Yeah.
and if the leftovers, you just have to scrape with your hand and throw it into the trash can, then put the plate in the dish tank, so then another guy can scrub it, put it in the dishwasher.
Right in my mouth.
It was some of
My favorite thing about Two Dads is when we're laying down and we got a busy order, right? And Berkey or Rich, or sorry, it'd be Rich. Rich comes down, he puts the chicken down right, and the breading may break off once in a blue moon. So when it does, he's like, "Hey, I got like a casualty." We throw it in like another basket, and then like anybody working, like that's what you would eat, right? Like if you're hungry, like grab that tender, you can go ahead and eat it because it blew out the breading or whatever. And I was like, "Yeah, I'll take that one." I'm sitting there like.
Hey, podcast listeners, if you're looking for a place in Mercer County that actually shows up for the community, it's the Salina Moose Lodge 1473. It's more than a club. It's local people putting time and money back into Mercer County, creating a spot to gather, having fun, and supporting good causes. And speaking of good causes, the Herd is teaming up with the Salina Moose Lodge 1473 to put on The Beat Goes On February 7th. Live music, a great charitable cause, and a really fun way to show up for your community. So if you want to be a part of something bigger, join the Salina Moose Lodge, grab your spot for February 7th, and be in the room when the community comes together. Let me ask you a question, because I think, you know, Bill, you talk about like tossing the chicken underneath, and like to me that is like toxic waste. Are you sick of your own food yet? Like, I mean, you come home smelling like it. Now that you're the business owner, you're not just hanging out there. It's not just like coming after school. Your friends are all like, "Yo, can I get a free taco?" You sick of your food yet or not?
No, it's
wow.
I mean, there's just you can make so many different things, not just
true.
Mexican food.
We have 4 items, and it's all chicken based. You got steak.
I mean, you got
have-
steak, brisket, pork, but the carnitas, the fajitas, the chicken, the steak. Then you have shredded chicken. Then you have ground beef. So I mean, there's a variety of things that you can make different.
Your brother tells me a lot of Mexican people don't even eat ground beef that much.
No.
It's mostly steak.
Mostly steak.
Huh.
Yeah. Arrachera is what it's called.
What is it called?
Arrachera.
Arrachera?
Arrachera, yeah.
Look at
It's
us.
like a.
I
it's like
felt
a
felt pretty good
It's
there.
a finer cut.
I studied Spanish in college at Ohio State, and I was very good at it. I took a couple years.
I took Spanish in high school.
I love that.
How'd you do?
That's a cheat. Did you get an A?
Yeah. Well, actually,
Mama, mama.
they let me take the final, the very first day. And
I
then-
bet.
Then I would just kind of hang out.
Okay, well, that's
It
great.
was nice. Because you need three or four
Sure.
Credits.
credits to get into
This
college.
guy's just going through.
And I was in Spanish.
You didn't want to take German?
Nah. They were across the street over there.
Yes.
Du hast.
What? Nice, dude.
Yeah,
Rammstein over here.
One question I do have for you: is there any secret menu item you like to mix
Yeah,
up
you
that's
gotta
not
make-
on the where you're back in the kitchen, right? It's late night. You're like, hey, I'm gonna make my own little dish here. Do you make any like secret menu items? Because we got a
I
couple
did.
on the truck that we've done before.
I did. It's a spicy cheese. Like, you know, the queso.
yeah,
We got a hotter dad. People don't know about.
Yeah.
Like a
So
hot
I have a
sauce.
spicy cheese. I actually just put it on the menu a couple months ago, and it's a spicy street chicken tacos. #1 seller right now.
Oh, really? Well, that was how the hot dad came
Are
out.
they still open? We're gonna head
Yeah,
that
we're
way.
gonna have that. Can you open the restaurant up for us?
I would when I worked at La Carreta 1 here on Market, I would go in there and I would like to cook my own food. You know, I'd like my chicken well done to a certain degree. And one time I was just sitting there, you know, throwing this, throwing that, and I stumbled upon this now spicy cheese. I didn't know what to call it then.
What is it? Like, I don't know. Help me explain spicy cheese. You had like a hot sauce to a particular cheese, or is it
I don't
just
really
like
want to give the recipe away.
Yeah, no,
but
no. So, but are you? I guess my question is, are you mixing something with a cheese to make it hotter?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not like a natural, like you know, like they have like ghost pepper cheese or like
So
Reaper cheese.
no. It's just it's the queso, and then I add a couple different
Okay,
things.
okay, that's cool. We don't
Yeah.
need your secrets. I mean, we do
'Cause-
the same thing with we have a hot dad, which is like that was like a secret menu item.
That's me.
Yeah, so it's Bill. But now we have a hotter
can see
dad
it.
too. We have a hotter dad. Like a lot of people don't know.
That's
like,
you.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Hotter dad. But we have that, and basically, long story short, it's an amplified version.
It is.
It's a secret menu
Our
item.
queso already has jalapenos in it, So it's got a little kick to it, nothing too crazy, but the spicy cheese, it's not, nothing that'll make you sweat. But
What made you add that to the menu? Because we do the same thing. We had like a hot dad, and we're like, dude, people keep ordering this like secret side
well, it's
menu.
just, I remember I told my brother about it, and he didn't let me put it on the menu there
Which one?
at Market.
Which
And
one?
Raphael.
What's your problem?
What are you
of all?
doing, man?
I know you're listening to this podcast. First of all, listen to your brother. All right. Your brother is much more talented and smarter than you.
I don't know about that.
All right. Well,
Well, anything though, if Raphael has one thing over you, okay, that I can validate, he's got a cooler name from a Ninja Turtle standpoint.
so true. He
does.
What's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo.
That's a good
let's
Mikey.
go,
That's a
baby.
good.
He just, I don't know. He
I
just
was,
catches. He's more like me,
Yeah. I was
He's
dying.
the- he's the chill, cool dude.
If you had to have a Ninja Turtle, Bill, who's your Ninja Turtle?
I'm a Michelangelo guy, but if you had to put my personality behind it, if I'm one,
Yeah. I could see Raphael.
I could see Raphael. I think I hate
Leonardo?
to even say Leonardo.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's Berkey's too. You know what mine is?
Splinter,
Shredder.
the villain.
The Turtles. If I had to, give me one. Come on. You know who I am?
Leo.
Donatello.
Donatello.
100%. Nerd.
Got the glasses.
Got the glasses.
Bow staff.
Yep.
Likes the computers and stuff. Hey guys, what's going on? We're just hanging out.
Those movies are dope. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen
The old school ones with like
old
the
school
puppet.
ones with the
yeah.
shoes.
I used to have
Revenge of the Ooze, number 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to have it on cassette, like an orange Nickelodeon cassette. You used to have that on there.
cassette, like a soundtrack.
Or sorry, a VHS.
Okay.
That's where Family Video comes into play.
Yeah.
Because
Trust me.
We
and I
live-
rented the Turtles porno out all the
oh wow. So
What was the girl reporter?
April O'Neil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Now you're getting into my autism. Now you're getting into like pop culture autism stuff.
we always lived closer to La Carreta
Mm.
because my dad did just walk to work, save money.
You know Berkey. Like I talked about him a lot on the podcast.
Who is this guy? Is that his first
One of my
name,
best
Berkey?
friends.
Or is
Yeah,
that
his last name's Berkey.
What's his first name?
Jordan Berkey.
Nah, never mind.
What year did you graduate?
17.
Yeah, he's 09. Sorry.
He graduated with my brother.
Yeah, I guarantee your brother knows him. Okay. One of my favorite stories, though, just real quick, is I would work at Family Video. It was a higher paying job, and it was like harder to get, right? And Berkey worked at Little Caesars. Nothing wrong with it, right? Like he was awesome, and so he would do the shaker board stuff. But at the beginning, he would just stand. He wouldn't even shake the shaker board. Okay, and they get paid like the same as a manager gets paid to do that like embarrassing job of shaking. Then, over the course of a summer, I would look out my window and I'd watch him. First, it started as a shaker board, okay? Then, he got a chair. So he would sit and not shake. Then, he got sunglasses and CD player. And then, by the end of it, he sat under a tree, did not even shake his shaker board, held it while listening to his favorite music albums. I can't even like explain like what planet we're on right now. Like imagine you walk by, and I thought it was brilliant because it's like a meme. Like
I've 100% made fun of Berkey when I drove through Salina back then.
I don't even care because I would go to Little Caesars because of that meme. Like the shaker board guy doesn't even shake the shaker. You're not even doing the job of the
He's
title.
just getting paid for free.
Bro,
He beat the system.
He's always got it down. And now he makes delicious sandwiches. And again, he grilled me when we said, I will not. You are removing that grill. I will not serve this sandwich. Like he is passionate.
The one thing I'm jealous of not being in the truck, and I'll make a guest appearance at some point this year.
Sure, I know you will.
However, when that griddle is going and you're taking orders, right? I'm ordering, I'm taking your order, and then it's the POS person's job to put the buns down, and you'll burn some. Okay, it just happens. You forget that they're over there because you take another order. You're like, oh
100%.
shit, buns! Damn, I burned them.
Yeah.
That griddle in the middle of summer in this tin can chicken prison.
Yeah.
It's already 120 in this chicken prison.
Bill, it's real hot over
Then you
here.
turn a fryer on. Then you turn the griddle on, and the griddle's what amplifies it.
It's the griddle.
Like the
100%.
the fryers aren't bad.
No,
the griddle
is the worst.
kills you. So being out of that and not having that literally on your butt right behind you is going to be incredible.
We got a computer system going in now too. I bought a computer with a pretty good graphics card, and it's got 3 cameras now. So this year, I don't know. I'm kind of announcing it now as we like have some tequila and have a good time. You'll be able to watch the Two Dads Food Truck from home at Two Dads Food on Twitch. And basically, what we did last year was we recorded off a cell phone. Okay, it was really cool, and people could watch the live stream. I always say like the TV talks back when you watch it that way. For us this year, it's gonna be really cool because I have a computer now there and a lot of cameras. Like it's gonna be legit. Like when you donate, because we promoted a lot. Like at the Moose, if you went to Salina Moose Lodge 1473, there was a day on Jim and Roe Day that we donated $4,000 because of a donation we got from Twitch stream. So if we weren't live, that wouldn't even be there, right? But now it's got multiple cameras to see their facial reactions. It's got things that pop up on the screen, right? Like it'll be like $1,000 donation. It'll create that cool thing. The lights flicker inside the truck. We're doing some really cool stuff to try to innovate what food trucks
That's good.
do.
You're evolving.
I think that's what this year's about. This year's about, I lost Bill, not in a...
I didn't die.
No, he's right here.
Yeah, I'm right here.
And I'm just so sad. No, I was forced to adapt. And I've been soul searching really, about like how the food truck evolves. I don't want a restaurant. I don't want to be in a restaurant. I don't want a bigger food truck like Seatown Wings. I don't want to do anything except be us. But I think that the unique part of it is this year, people can watch Two Dads without having to come get the chicken. And with that, it's going to be an experience, like Two Dads in your house, right? I'm excited for it. I'm excited to adapt and sort of push the cultural norms of food truck. I think that it'll lead me to my next question for you, but I want to tell people just now, like, this year's going to be really weird for Two Dads. It's going to be very like experimental. It's going to be different. It's not going to be like every food truck you see. It's not like going to be like going to our competitors or people that we consider friends. It's going to be really different. I'm excited for it. I guess my question I toss back to you is like, how do you separate from just like traditional Mexican food? Like you're innovating, you did with the queso. Like, are you constantly doing that? You kind of run your own business, or are you more innovative when it comes to like how you run your restaurants, or are you like traditional is the answer and you should stick to that because that's what works? Like, where are you at as a business owner?
As a business owner, when we first started, I did use like my brother's way of working, but slowly I changed different things to which maybe made them easier, maybe made them worse. But to me, in my mind, it made it easier. So I'm always just looking to change, because if you think about it, you think of La Carreta, you're gonna think the one on Market Street,
I do.
I think of the
Hands up.
Seatown one. I really do.
I think of Market Street.
and that's the kind of what I want.
How long till you get away from just like the old Seatown? Because like Rich got mad at me for being like, well, what's your dad's sauce like? Well, it's like cane sauce, and he hated it. Berkey hates that.
Well, we came up with a line halfway through the year.
Yeah, it's like a tangy.
It's tangy mayo based with our herbs and spices. I figured it out after
It's
a while.
very good. How long till you get away from being the old Seatown place? Like, does
think
that
it'll
bother you?
No, that doesn't really bother me. I got a great relationship with Carrie.
Me too. Like,
I'm going to Florida in the middle of February to golf with Senior.
he
Carrie
invited me,
Jr.
by the way. I gave him some shit. He was like,
should've
come
went.
on. I can still go.
We have 6. We need 8. Looks
Maybe.
like you two are coming with. No.
Yeah, I'll go to
Bro,
Florida.
we
Why
should
not?
probably
Well, we're
say-
golfing, so
All right,
you're
that's
going to need to learn quick. But either way, worst case, you just drive the cart, baby.
That's right.
That's what I did
He
in
knows
New
how to
Orleans.
drink. He's had the tequila.
Yeah, you're going to blend right
But
in.
go back to what you're saying.
But no, yeah, I mean, I got a great relationship with him, and I mean, if you call it the old Seatown, hey, as long as it gets you here, it doesn't really affect me because I mean, Seatown was a staple in Salina for years and years and years. I remember after football practice back in the day on Tuesdays for $9.99, you can go and eat whatever you want, and we would stack our bowls, and it would be super high.
He's always cool like that. You would mention it like he just cooks every time. Like he's just a cool dude.
Jack mentioned, so it's my brother Jack. And last year, Jack and his wife bought a car from Senior at Rhinos, right? So Carrie's like, hey, why don't you come down to our Florida house, right? Well, you pay for your flights, we got everything else, right? So they go down there and do that stuff. And my sole mission, when I texted Jack and Carrie, when I said, like, it was me, Jack, Carrie, Jaron Griesdorn.
That's who's going on this?
Yeah, Brad Piper, which is one of Carrie Senior's friends, and then Senior. So it's us 6 are going down. We're just going to golf for like 4 straight days, and that's all we're going to do, and then go to the pool, chill, drink, whatever. And I was like, my sole mission going down here is to get Senior on the podcast. We've said this since we've started this. Senior's a mentor of ours.
He won't do it.
He won't do it.
Really?
And I don't know why. He's got the greatest stories. He's got the biggest person.
Nobody wants to hear from me.
Yeah, right. It might be a record setter. He's got such a great personality. He's a staple in the community. He's exactly what we want on this podcast. He just won't do it. So I just keep poking him.
When are you going to that thing, by the way?
February 18th. It's like a Wednesday through a Sunday. We fly down.
I might go with you guys. I have nothing. As long as I don't have the kids, I might go.
I think we fly out Tuesday night. real late out of
I think it'd be
Columbus.
fun. We could do some live stuff. I mean, you and I could have some fun out there, but I might go actually.
It would be great. Yeah, I don't know what the sleeping arrangements are. I talked to seniors,
I'll
but
sleep on that.
I've said the same thing. Give me an air mattress, and if I'm drinking, I could sleep on this
you're not
garage
gonna-
floor. I ain't worried about it.
I'm actually parked out right behind you, right there at La Carreta 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that barn right back there. Yeah, it's where the Two Dads truck is.
And now I know I'm gonna go take it.
Yeah, that's right. There's not much. There's a buckets and a fan.
It's a shell.
Now you know what I think we should do. We should do a collab this summer.
I told that to Sam.
I don't know.
I really would love that. I genuinely
Probably
would
can't have margaritas because you don't have a liquor license.
No, but I think what we could
you could
do,
give them away.
But imagine what if we did like even in your store. Yeah, we could get like stuff like that. But imagine if we did something with the chicken. Like imagine you did like a chicken burrito, chicken taco, chicken quesadillas with like the Two Dads chicken. We've flirted with it with Keyhole Pizza. Aaron
Keyhole
at Keyhole.
Pizza.
We're gonna do that this year.
Yeah, we'll have to do something, get together,
But that'd be
brainstorm.
cool. I want more of that in the community. I think everybody listening probably wants that more in the community. I talked to Sam about that too. I said, he was like, I've always wanted to try the chicken. I said, you know what would be cool? Why don't we collab? I wish more businesses I wish the Anchor would collab with, the shipyard. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying pick something. Subshack and the Anchor or, something in town, like Loaded Barrel collabs. I think people are kind of curious about that. Like, take two of your specialties, take two things you're good at, and combine them, and just make like a fun special.
I think you guys could do a lot, especially, I don't know the liquor license rules, but you park that food truck out just outside your restaurant there. Come in, have some margaritas, come out, grab the food. Maybe you could eat
can
and
make it
sit
work.
in.
We'll do something.
there's
yeah,
a
Even
lot.
if it was like a chicken, my favorite back in the day was the chicken quesadilla fajita, or what was it?
Fajita quesadilla with chicken.
quesadilla
Imagine that
with my
Add-
crispy chicken.
Yeah, and then add the sauce.
Yes, you see what I'm saying? But I think the
I'll be
city.
there.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
But I think the city's like craving stuff like that. I think the one thing I will say that Mercer County is not immune to, but like I think is open to, is more collaboration like that. Like we need to get to a point where local businesses stop being so siloed. Like I remember when we opened Two Dads Chicken, and everyone was like, "What are you gonna do?" Because
KFC's in town.
KFC's in town, or like, "Oh my gosh, like Seatown Wings on Wheels, are you guys ruined?" I'm like, I would love nothing more than to take his sauce and put it on my sandwich and call it like a Seatown Wings times, Two Dads.
A
I actually
C-Dad.
kind of do a collab with Carrie. He'll I have a buffet on Sundays.
Sure.
Let me go ahead and promote it. 11 Sunday, 11
Shout
to
out,
3.
no free brand deals.
11 to
buffet,
3.
11 to 3.
11
Come
to
get
3
you
every
some.
Sunday. You name it. Mac and cheese, chicken.
It's not really a
wings.
free brand deal. You're here with your time, so we'll allow it.
No, but so on Sundays I have boneless wings. They have boneless wings. I mean, similar. On the buffet exclusively. No, you can't order it off the menu. Exclusively, we got Sweet Heat.
Oh, it's my favorite sauce. Sweet
You know,
Heat
so
Deep
it's
South
like-
Barbecue Mix.
Sweet Heat Beam was. Ooh,
Oh, beam me up.
Beam me
plus,
up.
Oh,
add a
man.
little garlic parm, bro.
Mother. I'm
It's
getting
crazy
hot and
good.
heavy over here.
I think I
Yeah.
know what I'm doing Sunday about 12:30.
Yeah, I mean, it's just. I mean, the buffet goes over well, and that just adds just. It's a little tribute to Seatown as well.
I love that collaboration.
I think the cool thing about going back to the Seatown, where you said, are you trying to overcome, Seatown's old name? I think if I'm looking at it from a Bulldog perspective, right, a Salina person, we took one community restaurant, Seatown. They moved from downtown. They moved out to the edge there towards Walmart, right? And then they closed their doors for, whatever reasons for Carrie. And now we have another staple in our town that came from downtown, right? It's close to downtown. I'll call that.
I'd say
It's downtown
2
enough.
blocks away from downtown. So
Yeah,
downtown
and then
market.
you bring it over there to the old Seatown, and it's kind of like continuing like a Salina legacy,
Is
right?
it
Like
hard-
I
was
love
it-
that you keep the chicken out front, like that big
Yeah.
Brewster chicken. I love that that's still out there.
Well, for a while there, I thought it got stolen, but I think Carrie took it down. Well, I just remember one day when because we got the building, I think they closed October 31st. So we got the key November 1st to start, painting, remodeling. And one day we show up and the chicken's gone. And I really don't remember what happened to it, but I think, Carrie took it. And I texted him and I was like, hey man, somebody stole the chicken. Like, this chicken's gone. I mean, legs and all. Actually, no. The legs are still there because the legs are drilled. They're
It's
drilled
sitting on
into
top of the
concrete.
rhino. It's sitting at the top of the
So,
rhino at the car
But
dealership.
then my dad found one at TSC.
Oh,
Shout out TSC.
okay. Shout out for
And
brand deals too.
we just
Tractors
painted it our colors.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought
didn't
it
know
was
that. I
still
thought it was the
there.
same
Yeah. I don't know. To this day, I really don't remember what happened to the chicken. But the chicken, one day we showed up to start working inside, and I was like, my dad's like, "Hey, the chicken's gone," and I was like, "What do you mean the chicken's gone?" And the chicken was gone.
You know where it's at? It's across the road.
Across the road here.
That's terrible. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Oh, you got me on that one, bro. I'll tell you what.
It's hanging out at Crown or Menards over there.
That's so bad.
What one thing I had a question for you on. You said you like to make a little different processes than your brother, right? You have 5. I think you guys want to standardize and keep the 5 obviously very similar, right? Is there any point where you go a little off beaten path to where you don't line up with the La Carreta brand, or do you think that that's kind of creative control for each owner?
Padres, chicken truck, Dos Padres.
The name?
Those
Is that where
papas?
you changing the name?
Well, no, like it's the same name, right? But like you're changing the processes, maybe.
Well, yeah, I feel like too, like you start out. So my brother Rafael is the main. Like I don't want to say he's the main guy. I don't want to call him our boss because it's kind of we're all working together. Yeah. But like he's the guy.
There's always a lead somewhere, right?
He's kind of the leader. I think him and Sam are kind of the leaders. I'd say Sam is also he's got a real good mind for the business, and Sam's actually the one who found C-Town.
Really?
Found it on a listing online.
Was that? I have a question. I think it's burning in everybody.
Before your question, let me finish on this thing. So we start out with a plan. Then off that plan, you build, you change, you keep certain things together, and you kind of accommodate to what you're serving, and that's how you kind of branch off as your own. So like I have certain things that my brother doesn't have in the presentation. He presents his food differently. I present it this way.
Okay.
So that's kind of to answer your question. We go off the same, but then
Make it your own.
Make it your own. You make it to where okay, you serve your tacos this way. Okay, I'm gonna present them more, not fancy, but like you get your tacos and you're like, whoa,
this looks nice. I got to take a picture, put that on Instagram.
That's when it comes to my margaritas. So my brother, his margaritas, they come with sugar, salt, right? You know, you get a margarita.
Yeah,
like,
traditional. I would kind of say.
Maybe a lime straw to the table. Mine, I got a little flag. I got a little light that goes in there. I got a ducky. And to this day, if like you run out of ducks or whatever, and if I don't bring a duck to the table, people will be like, where's my duck? You know, it just adds that little. Yeah, that's a staple. Yeah, that's just a staple to the margarita you get there. And when you're walking by tables and people instantly you notice it, you're like, holy shit, what's in that drink? Why is it lighting up? Why do I get a ducky? Yeah.
Was it a challenge? Like, listen, you took the Empire Steakhouse and then you made it into La Carreta 1, right? Now you're La Carreta 4, but you're like less than 2 miles away. Was there a challenge? Like, what was the thought process moving so close? I don't know that I would own a 2 Dads and then make a 2 Dads less than 2 miles away. Like, what was the thought process in that, knowing you could be successful? Like, was there a challenge there? Because, I mean, you have your own distinct style. Your dad's or the original, right, that Rafael owns or runs, like, you're only like a mile or 2 away. Was that a challenge or a thought process that went into it?
That's where I had to find the different ideas, you know. I have to, like I said earlier, when you think of La Carreta, you think of the one on the market. For his case, I got him to switch to think of mine. So that's why I had to find different things, decorate things differently. Because if you walk into La Carreta 1, you're going to hear, their traditional mariachi music. You walk into mine, you hear bumping.
You get a little club to you.
I bought a subwoofer, and I have it stored away somewhere where like doesn't overtake, but you can just hear that little beat.
You got that.
Yeah,
you got that. Like,
what I like to do is when it's busy, and if you go on a Friday night, somebody's got some sort of drink.
Sure.
And if you're having a drink and you got the music going on in the background, it's gonna make you want to order another one. So the atmosphere, I think, also too. That was the vibe. Yeah.
You better have a different vibe, only being like 2 miles down the road, especially with the same name. It's not like you chose a different brand.
Our bar is completely different than theirs. True. They have a little bar kind of hidden in the corner. Mine, you walk in, boom, big U-shaped bar, horseshoe. So big TVs, and we put up that. If you've been to the bar, we put up like that artificial grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the LEDs around the TV, that kind of just pops. And that's something that was like, the challenge was to we have the same exact idea. How do we get people to come here versus to go there?
Is it as much a business plan as it is like your own personal need? Like, I understand the business side where you're like, yo, we got a La Carreta close. We got another one 12 minutes away in St. Mary's. We got one 20 minutes away here. And then, but like, I hear you on the differentiation because you're so close in proximity, but is it more so like you want to express yourself differently as Gerardo and not Rafael? Or is it like you do it because of the business?
Both, I want to say.
Okay. That's a fair scut. Yeah.
Both. The business part aside of it, because before I had a boss, which was him.
Your brother.
Yeah. Now he's more of a business partner. And that, makes me have my own identity.
Yeah.
So then I can kind of.
Is it hard working with him though? Like, is it hard working with family and stuff?
No, not really. When we all worked together, that was tough.
In the same spot. Yeah, you get a little separation.
Because we all worked together there for a while. And it was.
I feel the same with Bill though. Like, if we work at the same time, it might have been harder, but it's really easy because it's like Bill had his kind of spin on things. He would lead the team a certain way. I think it was an improvement. I think for me, growing at the same time, having someone who had such an operational excellence, like it showed the team what it was, and I just more or less mirrored it. I was like, yo, like this is like the way you do that is operationally excellent. You might not have been as like popping on the stream side of it, but like you definitely brought your own flair to it, and it's easier that we didn't work together. I think that's why this podcast works. We didn't work together.
And then the thing, sorry, go ahead.
I think there's the one thing I think I separate myself from you a little bit, but I've seen you come, and I'll say come down to my level. When I say come down, I mean like leveling,
ADHD,
leveling.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we dropped an order. It's okay. Like, let's make another one. Hey, sorry. Unfortunately, we were frying your chicken. We dropped the order. We got to make you a fresh batch. I apologize. We're going to get it out as soon as we can.
Sure.
But that comes from 10 plus years of experience of manufacturing, of messing thing, or, employees messing thing up for 10 plus years and how to handle this situation. I don't get too riled up over things that I can't control. That's the big thing. So I think for, you with your brother, I think the biggest part, and I'm going to ask you probably a pretty good question here. So you may go into what you were going to say first. Looking at mom, dad, Rafael, Sam, whomever, hey, you got this bright idea. Who do you call first? Who do you look for and seek advice from? Because I've got people I call depending on the situation, right?
Yeah.
I can't call my dad, but I could call my grandpa. That's probably my right-hand man that gives me the most sound, clear advice, whether I want to hear it or not. He tells you, you're an idiot. I wouldn't do that. And here's why, right? He's going to give me the no bullshit answer. If I want the fun answer, I'm going to talk, or the easy answer,
call Mitch.
I'm going to talk to my wife. If I want the exciting answer, I probably will call Mitch or somebody like that. You're all your family, though. I'm calling 3 different realms of people. Who you calling when you got when you need advice or to make a big decision?
I'd probably call my older brother Rafael.
Okay.
He's more grounded.
Yeah. He's just older. He's been in this business for longer than anybody has been. So I'll go to him, then I'll see what he says. Then I'll go to my brother Sam, see what he says. Or every now and then I'll go to my brother Eddie. Eddie's more open-minded. And he'll tell you what's up. He'll tell you. He won't. He's very
no filter,
direct. Yeah,
yep.
He'll be like, "Oh, I think this might be a great idea," or "I think this won't be a great idea." And then after I ran it all through those 3 guys, then I go to my dad and I'm like, "Okay, so this brother said this, this, and this. What do you think?" And then he'll give me his perspective. And then every now and then I'll talk to my brother Daniel. My brother Daniel's just starting. He's just.
Is he younger?
No, he's older.
He's the youngest, and then Sam, and then Daniel, and then
Eddie, and then Rafael. And then Daniel runs our Sydney location.
For those keeping track at home.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sydney. When I worked at Ivex, which is right behind Frickers in Sydney, so we never order lunch. We'd go down there.
Yeah, so he's just starting. So like even this morning, he texted me and actually it was yesterday. He texted me and he's like, "Hey, what's this? Like, I got this paper from whatever. What should I do with it?" And I was like, I thought it was pretty cool that he asked me, because
you're becoming Raphael.
I maybe
in kind of a way, like I mean, but you've earned your stripes.
I'm coming up on 2 years of running this show, So I thought it was.
You're the same as me, but you're running like a full thing. I'm jealous.
I thought it was pretty cool that he instead of going to like Sam,
Yeah.
he went to me.
Yeah.
Maybe he felt more comfortable with asking this
No,
question.
I think you earned it. I genuinely think you earned it.
So I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, I usually go to my brother Rafael or Sam. They're the main two. And then once I get their opinions, then I go to my dad because I don't want to, show it to my dad and say, hey, what do you think of this? And then
I was gonna say, what did Sam say, or what did
yeah,
so-so
he'll
say?
be like, what did your brother say? He does say that a lot. What did Rafael think?
Yeah. He carried the torch when he needed
Yeah.
it.
So I usually go to those guys first and then work to my dad.
What's the future for you? Like, what's the future? Like, do you want to you maintain this business at La Carreta 4 and you grow from that? Do you want to open another business? Like, where do you see yourself? Like, just even right now, you might not have all the answers, but like, what do you say?
Well, right now the main thing is kind of getting this restaurant to a standard.
Sure. I think you're there. I definitely think like
And
La Carreta 4.
maintaining,
Sure.
getting to the busy, where you're busy is easy, but maintaining it is the hard part. Staying at a certain level where you have this expectation, this is the way things are going to be run. It takes a lot of hours, takes a lot of hours. So that's the goal right now is to get it to a certain point, and I think it's almost there, if not.
I think it's there. I think people romanticize the concept, though. I think people romanticize small businesses and they don't really realize.
But I'm also trying to grow it.
Yeah.
Find different ideas, find new drinks.
Which is what you do with the Duckies and the queso.
And like this year for like Valentine's Day, my goal for this year is to decorate for like Valentine's Day, Easter.
Call me sometime. I love the marketing side of that.
Yeah,
I definitely, I
we
definitely think we can connect after this. I can give you some weird ideas that like it makes you stand out. It differentiates you from La Carreta 1, but at the same time, it gives you your own distinct identity.
Yeah, that's what.
Call me, bro. We
can
can collab, but I think the collab would. Be
I think the collab's gonna be good.
If two dads collab with La Carreta and we made like something, I think it would pop.
I think it would go crazy.
What would the name be?
Dos
name
Padres.
Dos Padres.
Love that. Put that on a shirt right now.
It's done, bro. But before we go, I've got a game show for you, sir. Are you interested in playing, Bill? You got a legal team on the line?
Yeah, I've already checked the lawyers and attorneys. They said he's good to go.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Gerardo, I've got a question for you. Are you interested in playing our final game show of the Two Dads podcast?
Let's do it.
Okay. This one's a fun one here. Okay. This one's called Adios or A-OK. It's not serious at all. This is really just us admitting weird things that Americans do with Mexican food. We're not making fun of Mexican food. We're making fun of us. Okay. You're the judge. It's acceptable. If it's acceptable, you say A-OK. If it crosses the line, you say adios. Okay. Pretty simple. If it's adios, it's just something you don't want to hear. If it's A-OK, then we keep it. Okay. I'm going to give you some prompts. You tell me if it's adios or okay. You good with that?
Let's roll.
Okay, here we go. Bill, 30 seconds on the clock. I'm going to fly through them. You ready? You just give me whatever your initial answer is. Okay. You ready? Shredded lettuce and sour cream on everything. Adios or A-OK?
A-OK.
Calling it authentic because the menu has Spanish words on it.
A-OK.
Burritos so big you need a nap.
Adios.
Eating tacos with a fork and knife.
Adios.
Asking if it's spicy, then ordering something extra mild.
A-OK.
Hard-shelled tacos everywhere.
A-OK.
Taco Tuesday as a personality trait.
A-OK.
Queso on everything, even if it doesn't need it.
A-OK.
Flour tortilla as the default.
Adios.
Asking for Taco Bell style items.
A-OK.
Calling tortillas wraps.
Adios.
That's all we got there. This is Gerardo Delgado. Thank you so much for coming on. This was a lot of fun. Bill, did you have a good time?
Yeah, I had a great time. Thanks for the drinks and the hospitality, and continue to support local. I see you guys everywhere. You guys are making an impact, even if you may not recognize it. I think you guys need to hear it once in a while. So
Yeah.
Very good job. Not just you, Rafael, and the rest of the crew. So very good and thankful for what you do in the community.
Where can they find you? If they want to go to La Carreta, where do they find you?
La Carreta 4.
Where's that at?
1903 Haveman Road.
There you go. If you want to check out the OG one, though, it's on Market Street. If you want to check
380 Market Street. If
you got a
wanna
lot of
check
brothers,
out-
but we're not making competition. That's it for the Two Dads podcast. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you guys next week for episode 51.